Hello there. Yes, Mary here. Today on Inside Out Alignment, let's talk about low self-esteem. So as we get into the new year 2022, especially this being the last episode, I thought it wise to talk about this because this is like a boost for us to actually get into 2020 and solve those little things that have been holding us back from um, achieving our goals and dreams, and to look inward and see what the issue is, what are the underlying issues of us now moving forward or in a way. So I thought to share this with you today and to have this wonderful time. And as always, I am always so grateful to be here. So let's dive into this. So low self-esteem. Low self-esteem. Yeah, looking at self as if we are not enough, as we are not deserving, not being good enough about the good things in life. And this usually comes because of how we grew up, what are the things that have been said to us, the things that we even saw growing up, our environment, and a lot also about society, what the norm is in the society and how we feel about that, when we look at ourselves. And today I want us to dive into this and to see how we can boost ourselves up and actually heal ourselves from these things that have been holding us back to move forward and to be the better version of ourselves, or even fulfilling our dreams and goals that are so dear to us. So first, let's look at the signs of low self-esteem. One of the signs is low self-trust. The lack of self-trust is one of the things that holds us back. We look at self as we don't even trust ourselves. We don't trust that we're intelligent, or that we have wisdom, or that we can create something new. We even have an idea, and sometimes we sabotage it because we don't feel like we are worthy of even bringing that into fruition, and it holds us from moving forward. So if you have been experiencing something like that, then know that you have low self-esteem. And after that, we're going to look at what that causes, what these are signs, what it causes in our body, the toll they have on us, and then how we can also navigate on working on ourselves to be a better version, the things that we can do to build ourselves up and to be our authentic self. So yes, the lack of self-trust. The second one would be constantly comparing yourself with somebody, with others. And comparison, not healthy in a way that you're not really cherishing what that person has done, or you do something really nice and you compare yourself like you would have loved to be that person who've done it, instead of you cheering that person up or even trying to know how they actually got to do that. You're actually just comparing yourself and looking at yourself like, it's kind of like as if you have a lot of jealousy, about the success or the progress someone else is making, and hoping that it was you, right? The third one would be you feel a lack of control in your own life because you are not actually really organized. You start things and leave in the middle. You're not consistent in the things that you do. A lot of things are not, you're just juggling around. And this, takes a lot of toll on your body. And you are not, you just feel like you're not in charge, you're not in control. You might, behave like you are, but you're not. And another one will be the lack of you setting boundaries with others, because you have this low self-worth. You don't know how to set boundaries with others about the things that you do. Maybe somebody calls you at what time, do this. even though you really don't want to do it, but you still go ahead and do it. It's okay to say no. Learn how to say no if you have things to do. Learn how to say no and move forward. Or people are going to party and you have other things that are important for you to do, and you feel like you have to go because you have to fit in, you have to be accepted, you don't know how to set boundaries. People have to know who you are, and you have to decide on the things that makes you feel good, not because you want to please others. If you're doing that, then at the end of the day, you're living other people's life and not yours. The other one is uh, engaging in pleasing others, which is still falls under the setting boundaries, because you're pleasing others, you're making them feel good. They're doing what they want, but you are just doing it because you want to fit in, you want to be accepted, you want to be looked good. And you're spending so much time and energy to do this while you're forgetting about the things that will actually build you up to be a better person. Another sign would be you have a problem asking for what you need. You need help, but you're not able to ask for it. You feel like you're bugging other people. You are afraid, actually. You're doubting yourself. You think people will think bad about you because you're asking that question, or because you're asking for help. You'll feel like you're less than. And it's just a perception of us about what others will think. And most of the time, that is not true. So if you've been afraid asking for help, or asking, all they can say is no, and it's not going to take anything out of you. You want to go ahead and ask for help if you need help. But people with low self-esteem are always afraid to ask for help when they need help. They feel like others will look at them, like they don't know, or something like that. Or maybe because of the things they've been said to before, or they've asked for help and people feel like, oh, you don't know these or whatever. So it makes them feel like they can't really ask for that. But you can also choose who to ask for it, because there's always somebody who want help. So don't let yourself down because of what one person, or because you feel that what they will think about you, because most of the time that's not what it is. It's about us, our own perception of what others might think, when it is not the real thing. And not having confidence in yourself. You don't have confidence. You are not taking seriously the things that matter to you, and you're not moving forward in your life. You're not actually engaging with others in confidence, even in public, or speaking, or being your authentic self. You're trying to be somebody else because you can't take ownership of who you really are. Another sign will be you have self-worry and a lot of self-doubt about yourself. You're afraid to take action. You're afraid about what others will think. You're afraid of even your dreams and goals. You're afraid to ask. You're afraid to move forward, to build yourself, to be you. Another sign will be trouble accepting feedback. When people say something to you, or they give you feedback about something that you did or whatever, you feel like you're not accepting of. You do not accept that. You don't evaluate the time, or the fact that they are giving you feedback. And that usually comes from low self-esteem, because you feel like we feel less. And because we feel less, and because we don't even give feedback to other people, then we feel like nobody else has to say something to us, because we are so afraid. Because why would you say this to me? And most of the time, it's constructive feedback. Why wouldn't you accept that feedback? Feedback usually comes from people who really love us. And if somebody genuinely is telling us about something, then the person cares about us to even bring that up. You don't want to be around people who just accept everything that you do, but you want to be able to have people around you who can, draw your attention, like, oh, this thing that is happening, this is not the right thing, or whatever, or give you feedback about something you said, and just to build that relationship, because that helps actually build great relationship. Having somebody who can give you, come from that honest place and give you some feedback about things that might happen in life, can happen in many different ways. You have negative self-talk if you're not, you're really just talking to yourself, I'm not worthy, I'm not beautiful, I'm not good enough, I'm not that person who can do this, I'm not creative enough. You have all these talks that you're saying about yourself, about how you cannot be that person, you cannot be that person that you would have loved, you would love to be. And those are the things that you need to pay attention to. If you are saying that to yourself, then you need to start doing some work. And the fear of failure, like you're looking at all the negative about you started something and you're saying, what if it doesn't work? What if this happens? You're looking at putting all that energy or your attention mostly onto the things that will go wrong. What would other people say? What is going to, you're so focused about everything else, if not, and not the positive. And that comes from that place where we are not confident and we are so focused on what others might say or about the things that might go wrong. But we want to ground ourselves and change our focus. By changing your focus, you are telling yourself that, okay, even though it is difficult, even though it is hard, there is light at the end of the tunnel. What are the ways that what are the things that I can do right now? Or what ways or what action steps can I take? Who can I ask help for to move forward? What research do I need to make to move forward in this area of my life and be a better person? And to be grounded and be a better version of myself. So don't lock yourself out. Just, go ahead and do whatever you're supposed to do. So don't look hopeless. Don't always look at failure. Look at yourself like someone who can accomplish something. So those are some of the signs. We have many, many more. But let's leave it like this. We don't want to make the episode too long as well. And recognizing and looking at these signs and paying attention to them, taking awareness of them, so that you're able to either you're putting in the 5-second rule or the 5-second rule by mirroring the 3-second rule, or where you want to take that awareness and see when these things creep in, and you're able to tell yourself, okay, I see you, and then you stop to to change the direction of your thoughts or the things that are not serving you now, and move forward and tell yourself what action step you want to take to actually boost your confidence and to start healing. The impact of low self-esteem on our body causes a lot of anxiety. It's so common because we are agitated. We are not sure about a lot of things, and it makes us to not be grounded. It makes you to be really not at that place where you are confident. And it also leads you to eating disorder. Most of the time, people with low self-esteem, because you're eating to please yourself. You're eating for your taste buds. You're not eating for your well-being, because you're trying to shift and push away the stress and all the anxiety. Some people indulge into that. Some people indulge into drugs and all that. So you want to know that these are the things. It takes a whole toll of on our body when we are not able to recognize these things and start working on them. It also causes a lot of emotional distress. Our emotions, even responding to others and taking actions, and even those around us suffer from this because of the way you behave towards them, because there is this underlying problem. And most of the time, even if somebody said something that was not to hurt you, you see it in a different way, because you are coming from that place where you're not even accepting your own self, and it makes you feel like they are irritating you, they're making you feel uncomfortable, and it causes you to be really emotionally unstable in responding and even doing the things that really matter to you. And even the thought process, you're thinking about you and not what the person says, and it makes us make decisions and even sabotage even relationships, that are very important for us. And when we with low self-esteem, when you're in a place where you are really just pleasing others, you're making other people happy, you're not doing the things that really matter to you, it makes you not even cherish the relationship when other people actually respect you and really care for you. You sabotage that. And so working on self is so important in order to even value those relationships, to value and to be able to see those people who really care about you and are really there for you to help you get out of that situation, whatever that might be for you that has caused you to be in this place where you're not trustworthy or you're taking things on the wrong side when it's actually not. These are underlying issues and that needs to be worked on. We have like social anxiety. You're in a place you can't really express yourself. Because you're so much afraid about what others might think about you, that what you're going to say is not important, or they might laugh at you. You know, it only comes from deep issues that have been in us for so long. Another thing is stress, and people get into substance abuse, and really being in that space of trying to figure out on how to work on these things is important. So it takes a whole toll out of our adrenal glands, you know, when we are stressed, when we have anxiety, when we are not ourselves, when we are not authentic. It means at the end of the day, we are living somebody else's life. We're not living our life because we are not accepting ourselves. We are not looking at the real underlying issues of what is going on and build a relationship by starting with us as a person. Now, what do we do to actually start building that relationship with ourselves, to get out of this space of looking ourselves low and not cherishing who we are and loving ourselves? My first recommendation for you would be to actually accept yourself just the way you are. And accepting yourself means you have to love to spend time with you. Most people have low self-esteem. They even hate themselves. They want to spend time with everybody else except themselves. So it starts with you spending time with you. Love you and spend time with you. What's your thoughts while you're with you? What are you thinking? What are you saying about yourself? And if possible, write this down, because writing this down helps you to really understand what you think about you. So write it down without really editing. Don't edit anything. What do you think about you? Are they positive? Are they negative? And if they're negative, what do you want to think about you now? This you that you want to spend time with, this you whom you're supposed to be the first, like your first fan. You have to get into knowing you and accepting you. What are your core values? What are the things that make you happy? What are the things that you're passionate about? Who do you really want to be? Those are the questions that you want to really ask yourself while you're with yourself, while you're sitting in that quiet place, in that room, and you're free writing. You want to ask yourself questions and then make sure you're writing down the answers without editing. Because writing is a form of you releasing that energy, you're releasing yourself. Look at them, acknowledge those. If they're negative, and say, okay, that's what has been. But now, this is who I choose to be. You're using your conscious mind and telling yourself what you're going to do, who you're going to be. And writing those down will help you to be more in tune and to start telling your subconscious mind that this is a new person, this is the new me, and I'm serious and determined to be this person. So write the things that you want for yourself. Talk them to yourself. Read them out loud to yourself. Visualize yourself as that person. Love yourself, cherish yourself, say those positive words about who you are now, as if it's already happening. So build that relationship with yourself first. It starts with you because you cannot give what you do not have. If you don't even trust yourself, if you don't love yourself, if you don't have confidence in yourself, how would others out there get what? Get that which you do not have? It starts with you because where our attention goes, energy flows. We want to be authentic. We want people to love us or to respect us just for who we are. And it starts by you accepting yourself and knowing that this is you and coming out and being in the world just as you, unapologetically you, coming from that place of love for yourself, respect for yourself, caring for yourself, and accepting yourself just as that. So by noticing your thoughts and actually doing some free writing and filtering and also going ahead and setting an intention for the day, just to build that confidence in you. Now, I'm practicing self-acceptance. That's part of it. And also setting boundaries. Set boundaries with people by not just allow, who are the 5 people that you surround yourself with? Who are they? Are they people who are ready to support you? Are they people who are there to uplift you, to help you be a better version of yourself? Are they people who give you some healthy feedbacks in order to help you grow? Are they those people? You need to ask yourself those questions. It's okay to, cut some people out of your life if you see that it's not helping you be a better version of yourself. It's okay. It's okay to do that because you want to protect you and you want to make sure that you're in a place where your growth is going to be one of the best things. And you want to be that person who is an inspiration in your world. Because the more you become a better person, even those people, at the end of the day, they will look at you and be like, oh, and they can, follow up just to be like you. And not to be exactly like you, but to ameliorate maybe their way of being as well. Because sometimes it's because of the energy that we put out. And that's the same that we receive. So you want to make sure you're actually working on setting those boundaries and surrounding yourself with people that you can have some real conversations, respect, with love, and just to grow and be a better version of yourself. Yeah. So setting boundaries is one of the things, and you also want to get support. You want to get support. Yes, those people, that 5 people that you surround yourself with, it can also be your accountability partners. It can be people who hold you accountable for the goals that you've set, or who you want to be. And sometimes what I would say is a habit that has been ingrained in us for over 30 or how many years will not just go away. It needs some work. And actually finding support, someone who can help us, to build that relationship with ourselves in a deeper level is important. Usually say it take like 90 days to have some good habits to change a habit. So if you are in this space and you're trying to grow, why not have a mentor, someone who is going to be there to guide you and to lead you into becoming that better version of yourself. Don't hesitate to do that. If you need help, look around for somebody who can actually help you in that space of growth. Yeah, a life coach can help you in one if you like that, or take you through a journey where you build those layers, go into the underlying, the root cause of what has made you to be that person or that which has not been serving you, and how to move forward and start building your goals and dreams and come and to achieve those things that and create a life that you absolutely love to live. You want to do that. The other things that you can do things that make you feel good. What are things that make you feel good? Maybe running, maybe just going out and be, make contact with the earth, things like that. They build that relationship, that strong relationship with yourself. You want to make sure you're doing that, whether you're do the things that make you happy. Is it reading? Is it just doing some exercise? Doing some exercise will help you release a lot of that negative energy and to build yourself up and to be that strong, energetic person that you want to be, whatever that might be for you. You want to stay consistent. You want to time yourself. You want to make sure that you are actually working on doing that. So you want to stay physically active. Another thing that you can also do is keep a gratitude journal. At the end of the day, if you actually can write down what the things that you're grateful for. First of all, you write about your day, the things that you did, and what you were really happy about, or what you were happy about, and all of those things. However, you want to sort them out, and then you want to be able to write at least 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for that day. That helps you, be in that energy, in that flow, and preps you for the following day to dive in with confidence and setting an intention on what to do and what not to do, or the things that didn't serve it the day before and the things that will serve you for the following day. So you're staying on track, and you're actually growing and building that life, building that great relationship with yourself. Another thing that you can also do is challenge your thought, because sometimes even these thoughts that we have, they're not always true. How true are these thoughts? Saying that you're not good enough, or saying that you're not beautiful enough, or saying that you're not intelligent, or saying whatever that might be for you. Challenge your thoughts and say, yeah, might be saying this, but this is who I am. This is who I am. Up until now, this is what has been, but this is new me. And accept that new you and move forward. Yeah. And also don't beat yourself up if you make mistakes. Mistakes is normal. If you are living a life where you're not making a mistake, it means you're not progressing, you're not moving forward, you're not learning anything. If you have to accept the fact that you make mistakes, because mistakes and they are just stepping stools for us to move forward. What are the lessons you're learning from the mistakes that you're making? Don't beat yourself up. You have to understand that, love yourself, cherish yourself, and move forward in your life. Build your that spiritual bond with your very essence, and pay attention. What is it that you want to create? What questions do you have for it? Ask those questions and then pay attention to the signs, to the guide, to the message he has for you. Stay in contact and relationship with that very essence. Make sure you meditate. Make sure you are staying alert. Make sure you are creating that, you're building that strong bond, because that voice of truth is only as loud as our willingness to listen to it. If you listen, if you're attentive and listening and really staying and knowing that it's there to guide you, you will see the message and you will know when it's coming from it. Another thing you can also do is volunteer to help others. What is it that you can do? Maybe go shop for an elderly person in your community or something like that. Go ahead and do that. Call somebody who you haven't heard from for a while. Call and know how they're doing. Check on others and just make those calls and see how they're doing. Put a smile on someone's face. Yeah. Yeah, there are many things that you can do. So think about the things that in your area or where you are, the things that bring you happiness that you can do to put a smile on someone's face. Go ahead and do that. And also celebrate your accomplishments. No matter how small they are, celebrate. Be thankful for the little things, for these little steps that you're taking. They might look little, but know that every single journey starts with a single step. And being able to celebrate and be thankful for those things that you're doing and acknowledging them, it boosts you emotionally. It makes you feel good, and that feel good energy helps you to want to do more. the more you do them and you're grateful for them, it tells your subconscious mind that you're serious and that you really want to move forward with this. And know that when you start something new or you're trying to break free from these things, you have to decide time and time and again for that which you are changing. You decide again when you feel like you don't want to do it, when you feel like it's difficult, when you feel like it's not your norm, the things that you've been doing for a long time. You feel even when you want to cut some people out, you feel that that as if it's a tug of war, but you have to decide and decide again and look at your why. What is the reason why you're doing this? You don't want to check out of this world having lived somebody else's life. You want to check out of this world being your authentic self, being who you are. And you don't want to sabotage, those who are genuinely loving, respecting, and giving you constructive feedbacks. You want to be you. You want to be loving. You want to be that person and show up and be that person at all times with your core values, with things that you're passionate about, and be the light in your own world. You want to love yourself and cherish you. So that's all I have for this particular topic, building us up, moving from low self-esteem to your authentic self. So here we did talk about the signs of low self-esteem. We also talked about the impact of low self-esteem, on our body. And we also just talked about the things that we can do to boost ourselves, to become a better version of ourselves. And just to start 2022 in a confident and wonderful manner and be who we want to be. To be the light in your world. It's been a wonderful time with you today. Love you. Take care of yourself. It's your life. Make it a great one. That's what my mentor, Mary Morrissey, says. Take care and bye for now.